Antoni Gaudi y Cornet was born in 1852 in Reus, Tarragona, Spain, just down the coast from Barcelona. He is considered the greatest exponent of Catalan modernism and one of the leading lights of the Art Nouveau movement in Europe, despite his architecture evolving into such a personal style that is rather difficult to classify. On the Passage de Gracier is Casa Batllo. Commissioned by Casa Batllo in 1904, Gaudi agreed to completely renovate an existing dull building, adding 2 more levels and a new facade. The ingenious architect combined the strictest constructive functionalism with maximum visual daring, based on the laws of nature, the source that inspired all his forms and structures. For the front facade, Gaudi kept the size, shape and location of the original windows, and over the existing substratum he laid an impressionistic backdrop measuring 14.5 metres wide by 32 metres high. Combining materials, shapes and colours, he divided the facade into 3 sections. Stone predominates on the lower part, whose curved forms are like bones and masks. In the centre, 330 ceramic plaques are set amongst a mosaic of glass that glimmer like sea foam, and above is the ceramic roof with a shape similar to the body of a large reptile, plus a tower crowned by a 4-armed cross. Despite facing the block courtyard, the rear facade competes with the front by way of detail. Gaudi emphasises dynamism, planning some terraces with even more sinuous shapes than those on the front. Its profile is covered with multicoloured trancadis work, with floral and geometric motifs, evoking the gardens that the Barcelona town planner Ildefons Cerdà had planned for the block courtyards in the Eixample area of Barcelona. The railings and grilles of the courtyard, formed by discrete panels of metallic latticework, lighten the arrangement and allow more afternoon light to filter through into the rear bedrooms. Inside, as was common with the period, Gaudi reserved the entire first floor for the Batllo's family residence, despite the house having a lift and the higher floors being sunnier. Inspired by nature, the main floor covers 450 square metres and is dominated by curvilinear patterns. Gaudi transformed flat partitions into undulating walls and adapted the decoration and furniture to these forms. The floor is structured around 3 areas, an interior one and 2 parallel to the facades. The lounges face Passage de Gracier. The main lounge is covered by a whirlpool pattern ceiling. For light, Gaudi created an ingenious sash window that leaves a diaphanous opening to the street. The bedrooms overlook the block courtyard. The entrances and servants' quarters were structured around a stairwell. Gaudi enlarged this stairwell to unify the vertical traffic and increase the light and ventilation of the interior rooms on each floor. To achieve this, he installed lucans in the wall, glass latticework on the landings and clad the stairwell with 15,000 tiles to reflect the light. Inspired by the ocean depths, the artist used tiles of 5 shades of blue. The further down they go, the lighter they are, thereby delivering consistent natural light. At the top of the building there is a 2-storey attic connected to the roof terrace and used for various utilities. It included the domestic service area with laundry and drying rooms, lumber rooms and water tank. The architecture generated a continuous space based on a series of catenary arches which could adequately support the roof structure without the need to create heavy interior divisions. The white walls and arches and the play of light and shadows helped to clearly perceive the organic origin of the forms designed by Gaudi. At the start of the 20th century, roof terraces were rarely taken into account. However, Gaudi provided Casa Batllo's roof terrace with a strong character and let his imagination run wild when creating a universe of forms, textures and colours that transcend architecture to convert into sculptural and creative works of art. However, this did not stop the roof terrace from being functional, as it had 2 stairwell exits as well as 4 groups of chimneys and smoke vents. Gaudi died suddenly in 1926, aged 73. However, with his many other extravagant constructions, Casa Batllo gave Gaudi the freedom to create a space full of joy and dynamism that today is universally admired.